Right, Aquababio, after Yemfa Uncle South Africa, no, na Obeju, say Johannesburg, Durban, come near there, but the sort of challenge I na Ghana for fame was South Africa, no, na on Tiasia. I face was Amana Musubium. Video be a bit trouble, Tina Bo Ghana Nibino. Bakobesuna, Yachigana Nibi, Ejina Hona, or Moke Kanda Nimsenia. I say, why born across over South Africa? Ebeshe no, you be able to the Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okojoto Ablakwa. And you be studio ni aba behwe kwan fa so a you betumi amasa no mawe yina no eja yen konkofwe videos no you be able to aso.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be remiss, since this is a gathering of African countries, if I do not comment on the troubling circumstances underway in South Africa. Here we are, banding together as West Africans, showing that we can work together, we can cooperate, and we can produce results together. That is the true spirit of Pan-Africanism. That is the true spirit of cooperation, which our founding fathers always worked tirelessly to achieve. It is really condemnable to see that particularly West Africans have come under another round of xenophobic attacks in South Africa. And this time, Ghanaians have been targeted and other nationals from West Africa. Earlier today, I held a meeting with the charge of the South African High Commission in Accra. Yesterday, I had a telephone conversation with my counterpart, the Foreign Minister of South Africa. And in all of those engagements, Ghana has strongly condemned the xenophobic attacks our nationals have come under. I acknowledge that our counterparts in South Africa have expressed regret, have assured us that there will be investigations and that they will take steps to nip this really condemnable and regrettable xenophobic attack in the bud.
I say, Ubia and Empire Cindia Maone, Bidia Koye, Ebusiano saying, Ubia very well. So, Ima came over today. We've had extensive discussions. I have also expressed the goodwill from His Excellency the President and also the Honorable Minister, Samuel Okojoto Ablakwa, to him that we are here to serve him. We are here to ensure that we protect the interests of the Ghanaian people. Our concern is to make sure that he's okay, and he's right here with us, believing that whatever we are doing diplomatically to solve the problem, we work together with both governments to ensure that it's done. Ima, who are some kaka of it so catch it done for now?
Oh, some kaka mechanics, Nehuye, you didn't course or an ANA, Janano Miamis Animets, and go pound to 1 year and 2 Noyana. Yes, many high commission were Hanopea, and a young good town with you to the Yaboko. They say catch a booty of also of more Ghana, and there's all my opinion by the Yamas of Batampa, and what I think 12 months away. Amen. Let's encourage the Ghanaian population that the situation is dire, we understand. Let's continue to be law abiding, let's continue to respect the rules and regulations and the rules of engagement as migrant citizens in this country. I think that whatever it is that we do, we've always been noted as Ghanaians to be law-abiding.
All right, so those were two videos. And I'm going to say at the back, but now you saw him with the South African High Commissioner, Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa. Well, no, I mean, Shasim Fuho. Well, shared the video. I'm sure the video, I became very angry. But it looks at South Africa for every year where the Mazin, but a company year for drive between Yama the Mazin wage.
My brother, Medasibium. Now, answer no me nso yin fi oto sand mama me mfa hye me bring no primary health care has always been free checking over me yan fan tugwa mo
53 minutes na sha 53
what the South African me yin tum bebre wodo bet kakra e be che ya bet mo hie checking of BP malaria test now then had always been free. Then answer be yare me call rich. Me BP, even OPD service card now that way in health insurance or cover. Into primary health care no oye dey able promote the nkrofo nkonkwaye na mo me anka dey o ya atofufuru bi aba because it has been in existence ever since the introduction of NHIS kufu abredo ekwara wo BP o check me free. Sugar no oye 10 cedi strips na what the check sugar but me the primary health care sugar kanwa in the yara and then even various pharmacies are bodu na BP machine we see where check your BP for here for free no
yes out here say
no we here there
obi any health insurance ono so okọ self facility menya botre okọ such facilities and e checking BP you checking sugar yeah ono so no ye de be che no. That is a difference.
Asma American.
That is a difference.
Asma American. Asma American. Asma American. Them pharmacies
healthcare no. Abe bridge the gap with those who have health insurance. In this case, no.
American.
The purpose of the free private health insurance. So we need health insurance.
Asma so dey in Ghana card bia.
Yanko xenophobic. Challenge.
So dey in Ghana card. Then Ghana card is into every no, so before you can serve the primary health, you should have Ghana card. Is that not the condition?
Who have provided that condition?
Oh, no, it's not a statement.
Yanko xenophobic.
My be you nephew or them pharmacies are making 1 year insurance. Men for no be onya de fufu biara aba. My brother, if you South Africa xenophobic attack. Na me feel South Africa go saying Seba oyo man our friend Ghana. Me ni be breze. But me say Kotoko versus Asek be Musa. Yakobo bo rewie. Nzama okodo. Ma Ghana fo a wo hwa no wozi woni dwuma wo won kalante. Ntum nkoto na aze. Ye we nuanum bi a wo Nigeria. Ebe me kuro bo adwuma kwan dey si ama. Bebre na adu won pa wo ko Nigeria so wo ko alata. Wo ko zu won pa wo wa aba. Anka wasem nam wada we what on bofruit ya na me ya na watch won wo hwa na na ma na Nigeria yen hie no wa hwe wo do to bofruit ni bi yi mani wie a wa catch order oyiwe we dey wa catch order ko awen wana ijima ada what be yo numpo we say when that
something
ndende yara wada hu
oh that it happens in Nigeria now
emi mabankra baby amata atena mo wo kwashibu ameben La Paz no nam La Paz because of 124-hour economy was start here chat and zan obi borbo da bodu na Nigeria fu ho pa na yi bi mu na yon bongo say won poda Ghana ha utumu fu taxi free what tell won huyan yensu ba no ehwe wo otum ba ha oyipa kro ba ha wo den ha bobo yin toton na dan nu mu aye ba yi but Ghana ha na mu da wo ba ha ma nzama no wo fom but yan ye ko ho ma na ewurika sab da yi makai de on cherry biara 2009 we say 208 Zambia here woku Ghana fudu e kai ma no ba ma data ma Adom Gambia woku Ghana fu no so ko Ghana ifa man kesima ye nuanum kakwe ye Ghana fu wo Zambia wo ye kakopa wazeba no so woku yan ko fu bi ma nupo no wuska bodri ma makai fentem frem oroba me ne wo so obi okọ hu a wo bo abia na azimpu ska wazeba hu a wo bo abia na azo tete ubi na say on cherry biara no xenophobia attack BC ana but South Africa for no man say one ase man say one ase in the me be brain na po makai the one before Robert was independence in 94 was independence yeah
I think so
1994
93 94
but makai the Africa yi biara obiara ye tuntum biara say akohoda say bokwo say ronko ye na ye dia hudim makana me yabo friend you what this do uncle
Sarafina
yes Sarafina put on sana bro for your Mandela freedom ding masa ye ba egwere wi ko akwasa mo na there ya dey pere South Africa wenya fa hudi ma what the Africa Cup of that year na put the man host African Cup of Nations hwembra year per World Cup na ye wo other African countries are where jinemu determine that ye na ye dey anwozin kogina because it called North Africa for you are one they be why people won't get here. But South Africa for no why ye bet moon to moon that the Brenner Abuafuna do one from my party I didn't any so I do order and want to see I won't there if you are one soon come one was about though. But here is the case. I mean now we at say Ghana, in South Africa. Yeah, visa waiver for 90 days. About to mark our now. But it's the waiver now. Or president. What's the other answer? Young man, papers are about to go there. See, African Union there. I feel the whole Ghana, the Ghana, the whole Africa.
So this is a bit about South Africa. Also, South Africa gained independence through a gradual process, becoming fully sovereign state in 1931. With the Statute of Westminster, or remaining under a dominion, or remaining dominion under the British monarchy until 1961. Also, on May 31, 1961, obey a republic. Into Britain, which was where universal democracy was achieved later on April 27, 1994, when Mandela obey president.
Since 1961, now the work at way independence. No, I at one point, they didn't do. Yeah, at one point, you want to take a whiskey. I got told by Chanko, you will be a bet upon you. If you didn't do in Jarmo than uncle, you go from them 61 I reckon now, onto the Morty. Onto the Morty, my brother started making it. Until 1994, the one there. And for South Africa, you don't know South Africa. Yeah, South Africa, if you do, oh, yeah, a big man, okay, be man. I remember there. And Ghana first president or Saji Pumpu, no maybe I can't say if the West wanted an extension of Europe, the sea is there, but not South Africa. But that's Americans. Them time in I don't mean there. Or you brand the age to them South Africa who get one farm there and who get an African cup of nation for one movie. And I'm a boy. Maybe America was in there. Orientation better when ya. Now what's something then? There one war. Na ibimifi African hero waba na me side and South Africa for so one ko baby one ko ye dwuma e be Ghana is here Shoprite one another Shoprite one for South Africa MTN one for South Africa man na say minister ko PR ma hu of round there DSTV minister ko ye one PR ya no announce one promotional package. Oh, asama America, some company na manka na me bi some wa boni bi am.
Kasasa no asem. I'm telling you. Kasasa no asem.
Kasama ana pere mi yobi. Is it not true minister came to announce the area of DSTV? It's America here there. Once wo ha. Ah hwempo a na argument na here ye mpo yin there. Ebu a was sika worry fi Ghana for yen ha was it ko one crew man na was ko say one ko no kra no obo so sen yen ayi nti it's about time ehun see your lips they be ayaba na abaye press conference na yin worry can dialogue me ngi the minister bi na okwohye won kutupa na there minister bi na wakaka che won de won kwobore yen but aye timamufu na wo su na wo ban there yen na yeri ji hone adwuma me ngi the adwuma na some na wo ka de yeri ji wo adwuma no so what the application koi na wo yi Ghana yin za na wo yi other country yin ze na South African yin was there because you are South African yin ayi for ba and I don't even think there are other things in terms of labor but when they are foreign migrants they are providing cheap labor as comparative to one warrior citizens wo in te bia ba edwuma nka Ghana yin these are some but akoye suban bi na there muhu mebeye it's about time yen so apart from the normal rhetorics na wo ye no them companies here boy MTN Shoprite and there may be other ways or no I think we should also have other yen nancy form that's a tax incentive bi na ye raise am on okay one because in fact when you na was ko won wo but ye ka de ho mo aye fem ye to make ko wo ina no so ye je dem me yen so e sese ya me dire yen so ye do beto abranti say wan hwe ya me anye na o we no kwa ne ma me mi orokodi pa ya ba o be no wadi phone ba
say yo look kwa mbe so na fa betumi ya sisa xenophobic attacks ya no sisi so dododo
yo am say sade we no ayo how kakra se wo hwe abakwasem a eta akira so ho say just after our independence, you know, and sa xenophobic attacks, you know, a chance here.
1961, hono.
1961, but then said that
Maybe after apartheid.
After apartheid, so the whole thing is that what we shall atwaswa from Sabrina, you know, yetia ya kasai. Na South Africa for no enyina so eyem yunupe. Didi kan ye say omofo say your friend is saying oma awo na abetena wo man mu no. Omo ena omode enomabone awudisem awukasem eba omani mu. Na okenkan so a emi say bibia nhyeda enkyere say ahoho no ena de sa normal no eba de tosu mienu eye say omofo sa ahoho no eje omo enyuma so na se ahoho eje monoma abibifo ewom enim se Indianfo ewom enim se Americafo ewom enim se English abrofu nsunsu ewom enti ahoho no ade enti na abibifo no nko na abrebia no mani esa wo na wohwe nso so ya na abibifo no so no se brebi atwam na Nigeria fo pa na omani di omachi na sesei omode Ghana fo nso so ababeka ho hadwen kakra kire se wohwe South Africa abakosem a omonamu ababedu ba bia ene omabedu yi a eduru baabi no na omo nsem kanye kora na omunya ewiase afa na nyina omunya obia akora na omaka omasema ma omo so ho se wo hwe omabakosem eduru baabi kora na brofo no afa omo ankasa sase no more than 83%. South Africa for ankasa sase a no mote so before na sase a no mote so was around 13-17%. Edu baabi a school bi kura abrofo makọ no wontimi nkobi. Baabi a restaurant bi abrofo bekọ akọdidi wontimi nkobi. Baabi abrofo tie se okokofa hɔ a na ye bibini a watomara. Eno kura etimi che odu kokotum. So ho. Na wo hwɛ oman Ghana dwumadi a oman Ghana diye akotea Ghana ediye Nigeria akotea Nigeria diye edu baabi no na francophone countries even Africa omo nkan bi ma South Africa fo no adentia France fo ahye omo say ntimi nkasa eba apartheid issues ntimi nkan nti countries bi ti say Togo Cote d'Ivoire omo mu yi omo hu free apartheid nse Ghana Kwame Nkrumah Jerry John Rawlings enomne na sefo edi akotempa edu baabi na South African penifo no passport okra omu use no na efi Ghana enti edien na aba enani nei mu wura fi mu abakosem ensa eso mumu edi mu gina amona nso no ejeje mo tata no mu wura fi nanka bibi for de yeku a yedi akire no ye African Union a ekire enkabu mu enti se yese wonsachi ebe yoda enti se wonsayem so ho enti se ubema India ni hu kwan ama natena South Africa aye budwa na se wono esese wo fa wo adwuma mu no tuya wo ka no so ho won fa wo adwuma mu na se Nigeria ni anaga na ni no obekwa akofa no a Ghana ni de bone no aye na kwadwo unim South Africa fo no esu no omu ban bi omu no I say omo some sense of entitlement. So I deal with media and teaching a media and magic. And then me movie I see baby we are see do no ye disable bra. Akwadro. Akwadro. Now when me say even in South Africa, universities are all foreign nationals in the a lot of them. So South Africa for nankasa manum piskuko. And today know why scholarships are a war South African, foreign African nationals, and one tier see at the Kruntia South Africa for mano in piskuko. One tier see at the Kruntia a Juma, a mema South Africa for mema quadro. Akwadro. Just say, Uso mu baby enye yi.
Yeah.
No, se wakwa ye adwuma kakra no wanya sika to de boto mu no. Efiri ebia se na bosumi we ne yetua ne ka. Obetimi atena fie be na wotwe no diska na wi. Na say nipa we say India ne bia adwuma obefa wo. Onfa. And you see that sense of entitlement in Intino. Of course, I was who to me this X amount of money because Kronia media. We be Nico Daki or no free West Africa. Aqua could do South Africa. Or no, O man Kakrabia or calculate when you see Camness or Shana, a few baby Timia baby Sidia or Beji. So, now what could be a blacks in a cry etitian? Could you and chance in India? And most of them on the board them. So
I know that part of Johannesburg na your friend says.
So
I had to say Islam no. Where Obehu Obehu say where the eyes Islam but the rest is very well structured on
make actually say most of them they live in slums.
Okay.
So what I say. Few of them are so much school create decent jobs, and then who's so much baby. But else, that is how it is. Now, you see, say a cast will be uncle children in Crudia, and a son South Africa, baby, or Modun Comun. No more to my home, they know the South Africa, Johannesburg, and Nassau. And your man, the Yabro from the better to the crew. Adam Papa or Yabro from Nissi.
Okay.
So at home. Enti your friend is a aqua to see a Jerry de BA, Binkum Jerry Nifa, and Frederick Binkum. So out here. It is a more mono etimia page do baby because say Abia let me put it in this form slavery. So out here say more independence are mantem. It is a brofono mba tenahono. Omo chichiri nkurunua to say European standards in India. So, Oma be numa. Yeah, independence in Termini every. So, but I don't say, look, you are too superior than any other country. I feel say, Matisse, or more president, Ramaphosa Akasa. What say, violence against foreign nationals will not be tolerated. But I feel say the South African government, led by the ANC, in fact, they don't really have control over Omano and their citizens. They don't have it. I know say, look, say South Africa need a kumubina police in general won't take action.
Okay, all right. Fancy mommy.
So it tells me, say, the law enforcement agencies probably condone and connive with some of these atrocities.
It has to start from law enforcement.
Yes. And anything ama sankrofo we mono enya tumia omonya omode yes ha no ma no.
Okay.
I think somewhere KwaZulu-Natal, I admission to University of KwaZulu-Natal for my PhD. In between that time, one of these attacks, xenophobic attacks, started. Because of that, I declined. The professor framed me, I said, no.
You can't come.
I can't.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And you see, for African integration,
now see, mommy.
When you miss this year, I say, mommy. I say, we say no. I say, I was here. So I say, you see, for African integration, for African unity, South Africa should know. I don't know, say, Ebia breaks na. Omodo omo domino. And maybe omo feel say they economically they are isolated from Africa unity there. That one is a different thing. So what I say. But I feel say they should go back, trace their history. No say yenyina nipa baako. Eti say Ramaphosa, President Ramaphosa can say on yes idea. He should back it with action. And make sure say you see Ghana there. We really don't have any control when it comes to these xenophobic attacks. So what I say. And Ghana cannot say we will retaliate. What I say, because Ghana is not known for that. So, but I think there should be that high level discussion among the presidents within the AU, enclave. So what I say, to indicate and point out to the South African authorities, say Africa will not accept this kind of behavior.
All right, Mate. Solo, what are your views on South Africa?
It's the next topic because you can't want someone. Your more country, except you see, so attempt to say you perceive South African government in freedom. I'm fully aware. What more the YouTube, or more rhetorics could platform so you ma foreigners na jumuma. It's answer or moon to mean creating mama, no be a kosher foreigners. Toka can be two of now monso implement here. And until a moment to me and concochichi woman. Says I want to catch you. Ebio diplomacy ya come once more as I did be a ton of market. In go for since 1994 diplomatic solution be na diaba. Na so enye Ghana for na call diplomatic schools nyom South Africa for na call. Ele na Ghana for call omo de mutumi ba na omo na be kasa. Enye se Ghana for nye radical so. De bia be catch go for say then you don't know the Ghanaian. Esa say ye ni tia e start ye say ye ku ano. Enye no. Country be na start ye ku sub-Saharan Africa. Ghana. Yena ni kwabna boni tumi sori say yen to Europeans ade ene ne ya pam wo bi da. Sadie we ya make kiro say na no ye keka ye kofa asem bai. Wouldn't be a between Ghana and Nigeria and to college yen pempam ye hu bi wo ejan. Ghana must go start free.
Yeah. Mam kraka ho.
Okay, talk ho. There was a retaliation also in Ghana here. Otwitu a yebi ne di tu beto afeni ye kases na modi e babia na modi e omonye yi papa Ghana de hoju ya honyo so tro su ho na esu ha ye nyira ye bekwa ko settle asem no pepepe
Solo.
Eno na ya
o ka asem we a and you must ka say am say ye boss tro ntina ma asem we ko so.
Oh yes.
Na ye boss tro be jai.
Na catch ma ya example at you say Ghana pam Nigerians free kromwa. O ma gasa o almost so ye buy if it were matter and so way. What is the Ghana for Pom Nigeria for Pom Ghana?
But some that's what see or Nigeria.
No, but yes, we almost ha. But this time the Abras will be and Pamobi. You see, I'll be trying to say, who's it also seen me? As simple as that. Eye for eye.
Tooth for a tooth.
Diplomacy and so issues. And then maybe we are sending a conform.
Oh.
An international law,
international law
of the senior. And I'm no state of the Hormuz, yentum.
By international law of the sea, and America winning Ivory Coast.
Now, international law, you also crude effort Strait of Hormuz. I mean, I know be a block.
That territory.
And then the territory, the law on international, maritime law, no say, wouldn't mean Gaza territory. And again, you have a trick 1 year block.
Manson, win is a case against. Maybe a winning, yes, we can decide to do that.
I don't know. You're talking about demarcation.
What you say? Demarcation. Say, I don't know. You're talking on your officer get the other Becca. There
are even thought international law no can do baby other.
And you make catch say.
But what mean?
What you want to TV so the more there some you training with diplomat. Me go diplomatic school. More some cheche ho. You know at the high nim da. South Africa bra ya bre wo mo. Eh? Omo ye bonia ye number 1. Bonia ye pa. Bonia ye for pa. Say, now, yeah, officer Ghana for your promo now to the sense, Ghana, your population is 34 million. A mood do send South Africa. Yeah, less than 50,000.
Okay.
So, yes, and yes, you know your mind, no. Yes, you're bedroom.
Your only solution is just one.
Oh, yes, maybe Nimusa diplomatic. To body, more farm the area, yeah, waha. We baba ye almost over the neighbor. Not baba ye bay, I also take over MTN. So what the baba be GMTN. And no. Next time the video no chere wo mo a na ye kan ye hu okrom a anope me wo say EFF issue statement e me wo say Ramaphosa kasa me wo so obi ehu say no eni braba because you can't win this battle against Ghana. One thing for sure, ade bi so o memo wani mba so your political differences in your echi no. This time na ko say touch one Ghanaian touch all. And when e bi ko to Zambia for echi no mo order fugu bebre no. So here. And for the first time, EFF issue statement, DA issue statement. Ramaphosa honku. Ramaphosa not to Kroma. Yet the team of Ghana and Quadabrim. South Africa, you also want the sort of no activism no. Or also I'm before Kroma. Na and Yanwan send out many a conya, a barrier beyond na Chile. Ghana ya catch politicians, yes, Ramway, this is Kamamu. Mumia family, my winner. And same will be a bufugra.
At times.
Okay. Yo, assuming
yo, Koyu, South Africa, me fi say, and Komaya, and can you quite the beer da? Say, can say, we two a baby man before Susa, South Africa. Never. If you say, a choir baby my Ghana, ye pass why ye de boom in the fight against apartheid. Nene. Omo sia tua mo gire nti se bia bi before ya bo omo de ye nyi nipa biem and omo gi omo hu di bi se bia bibiri mu kra na omo nkan ti ababa one kasa na oka senko etis omo nya bi before all kinds of Africans have gathered here. Can you imagine that? Ni kasa oka kra kire se omo South Africans na omo nya bi before
no gala na
can you imagine that? So what you say? But when him, I'm saying you are can be brave. Ghana for your boy who de pa. Ghana ni bie no ase because South Africa or the inside question dem reform. In fact, a 3 year no money ye. Ghana for ni 3 year ko. African wear shami. Ghana and they go introduce you ho. Come on car wash. South Africa the man on ye. Akwaduro. I me na me one of the home communities. Ya wada. And na omoye den abrofo no mo tete no bia fie no de ne bola abesi abonten na e wo rubber bag black one kese mu na cars na be fako na o hwe South Africans no mo ne nam no mo sisa ne nam sa bola emu a enya bodanfo o emrantie asebe akwadwuro nti bola mu aduane no mu die se what you see akwadwuro pa ni ahoya. Baby, me near solo can be. Me feel some many adwin. We should build our country. So what you see. And Ghana is so much accommodating. O may be any poor Ghana ha. O may be any poor Ghana ha. O kwa Nigeria for your Burkina for Niger for and next pass a lot for ye ni omutie kakra ye to bet ye mpamo mo. Na de no de South Africa for kwa de
money ade kra de
tempia one person mutua bibi tempia one person mutua before sisa hwe companies akodo egu Ghana highest South African companies MTN FMB Lancers our mom ye laboratories ni nyina free South Africa South Asia na de omu ye ene yeso ye ka say yeso se ye dey ye tu omu so sa enke be yi all the revenue omu generate o ha eno kre say omu bia adwuma fa Ghana for but omu repatriate some omu repatriate omu sika ko omu akwagiche omu man ene omu ni ntokwa ya mamu nyuma akese ye adwuma wa ha na ye de sebi owrai o so ye baba ni edi adwuma no akwaje no South African ti a ye bu no a obi ti se boxer wo bo ne sesedi wanya boxer bi o bo no baba
na nya kra
obi o ye baba no they are not being fair to they are not being fair to their fellow Africans na say it must be the highest level so what you say Ramaphosa or your president na adansi abase hakora ene etete no ahana no me nduru the appetite period na the media me gidi say the niemo mo ye nyina tia chale omu nuanu ma bibifo ho ne nyina no eya hoya eya hoya ne akwadwuro sebe omu mpa adwumanti but me fi say ese ma to otwa there must be a way to stop this xenophobic attack in South Africa. It can't continue forever. It can't continue forever. Now, besides that, they are moving from Kwabro so. The whites have guns with them. Umukro pistol. Broni no is backward to check backward. Everything here, no motive from Kwabro so no.
Akwana boy, akwana na. I say them babu komarina.
Because Abrofuna who say Sebi South Africa be before no majimi. Enti broni bia na mana ne position ho be jimi oku no aka say self defense because on no tena ho ma me na aka de but there must be a stop somewhere e see to timi twa ne hu say nyina ya be before ya boa mo ma mo kutia apartheid ene majimu ma yasi ho
okay
so what ya see
okay
e man na maji asi ho no oman bia ni ho ewo wiasi ma aman bi fo asefo ni ho oman bia okwa ubenya Ghana ha ubenya Burkina Faso Nigeria fo Niger fo Cote d'Ivoire fo South Asia sa asusu na musumo man no ubenya other African country nationals a omoti ho ebo omobra legitimately obi anka so obi nkoya ade enye obi ade na the law enforcement agencies are there the police is there but obi oye baba na makotuma kwhia na bonten empo se oye bone amfa no police station wotimi bobo ne te se obi a oye boxer one ne ring mu that is unfair to we abibifo nyina anya Ghana for nko
okay yo but that's a I shared our last topic for the day the directive to large scale mining companies up till December 2026 and almost shifting mining operations and former local contractors and I said the between on maso OTA in Semnomua under the new rules. You say surface mining there, or say your company say you fully owned Ghanaian firms on one year, and underground no, or say your companies at least 50% Ghanaian ownership. So, one saying.
Me feel say papa. Na abang to implement here. They would have written their name in gold.
Okay.
They say me de biya na me supported Donald Trump go force omontiasie san yuma we India the India me support me ono say make America great there again ti o say America first ti preach na odi me wiase ni an say won so mampani a wo ukrom no ma wo ukro no nya wo o dadwene first head and your good year wana operations na mo operations no amanonefo na na Ghana for na tia na o ma se sika na ko ena no omoje dama Ibrahim many ajesa esa se me so me be prepare me ho dia ye foreign na bia ye she kwaje ana wo ni ya mo he the business side of it ara Ibrahim for dama me ko fine where ye man ye was ye take woyɛ ɛmo ho adwuma woyɛ business ni yi ɛyɛ den na wodɔmo na yɛsi akɔ import mo na Lebanese fo ni yi na dictate ɛmo wa
so let there can be where papa
enti who say ɛhɔ na also who sad ye we start ba yɛ nationalizing kakrakra who take operations and the next thing say Ghana for the big take companies na ankasa
yeah
once ye man no be start here dey akone
and do cover
me oh me prepare more that man secretary we do the transport you be capture eti on a serious note no me hu ye many j on say ade bi e be bo Africa wo de ya hwe ngofo di guy carry report no beti Bloomberg Reuters or propaganda wo be certain ngofo o man pani ma me gira una so pinti nobody can do you anything touching the core of making Ghana great again. So I had my yani say a good year that moved you know. What they would see ba Ghana for the between good year operations said the bear skill transfer ye way the akin na se benyeska we ye bear 10 years as munkum krum na ye ni ade atekuba na physical na we almost good ball by ye and no cry into me and full operation ye ade almost 10 billion within the shortest possible time what we raking to the economy. Can you imagine say Ghana for na manage all these big mining companies send the people my mu enke ye be jeja wa ko South Africa ko ye babre wa ma oba yi as a wigi wo ko ha yo za die yo aka sanse mu ya kire
the nationalize South African companies so ana
oh me say this year be edru no telecommunication MTA mistake ye take over
eh
I won't say baby buy
na don't mean so I take it
that be say nyame adom ye bedro so mo pam ye be na ye so ye see ya because at the last I joined it no kaya na SWAL administration SWAL abreso no mo kura ka say MTN no kura wo subscribers too much it yenye de ye ala ni bi enye opportunity bi mu ana it me from a business perspective the man penini na ban ya yi me eno na de bia ye preach ya ka na me say afedie nyame tie ye sufre ye hu so bia start say opeso ye what is right take them on and yes unemployment no be koso adoso okromu a sort yase na there dey omo say 3 mining companies na omo implement ade a ye kan ho Anglo Gold New Mountain Zen me boa omo maka ni nyina no ye hu adwuma. Now, when you say,
I'm say apart from Newmont, Zinc, and Anglo Gold,
yes,
smaller
even Anglo Gold,
miners have
yes, because they know say yen to me go say Australia, yen to me go say Russia, yen to me go say Canada, yen to me say US, yen to me say Mexico, and then you to me no Ghana. Say any operations that couldn't confuse him. A basa what is going to happen? So more a school of mines, Takwania, you know, and it will be a good business mind. Yeah, all that you do is you could scale Ghana hand more. Obe form a company no akwa purchase miners no what form me omuntu a firm now they akọ bidibi ete nipa de be wie school watakwa no enya afa na obeye bed na ma oman no operations wo hodada enya only the goals you know sa box site ni yi ni nyina no apply to them afa na Ghana for no ye confident ete basa na nda afa ye hye ye commercial banks ni nkran say wo muntu be build capital no mo fa nko tai Ghana for na chi. The last time I had a problem, say even EMP kwakoji dama no, I take over no. One more Ghana Commercial Bank and to me support. Yeah, blocked
3 companies, right?
Outside and then I think say is it Stanbic so and the finance of blocked on Ghana Commercial Bank. Yeah, more you take a command because again one Ghana you know about to take over the mines, but the profit you know a be back.
Yeah.
Now what you also your bank you know you say. There's a more salary losing go on. At the end of time we are seeing. Go to the head of the business, the Ghanaian businessman. Sanji the bank in Bessie ho. Na yen sir. After was surface mining, Ghana for a low hanging fruit. And it also be free to come back. No, or na masasiden ya no. O dey see best as Ghana for say no. Sort ya see. When also buy and very good from a business perspective no. Because it's one of the policies are implement here. me tu chema wo
okay
omo tonko so
mate we dey obi on nsem wo sika mfa bra me ne wo ne inform consult
ojo ye tie ye enya no ane ye
be ye dwuma no
wo mu gu aye ye nto ya no se makatra nkofo no se wo to me no mu na mo se mo nto
me say
wo dia wo no ye be kwa ko hia mo enu nti de bia ye kasa nkofo ntiase Ghana first
no me no ya adwen yes my brother answer my call
yo kojo asemia oda we
me 3 minutes o mbrodenti
esme ba se pe
yes me ba
sme ba kwa no sumpo onam ye sha asinti nda ye ba ji se
honorable finance minister ne constituency wana ifra
hone mi
oh okay
me na me senior wa secondary school
oh okay na no pa ba wo chia mpanimfo wan chia no
na wo che no yi and I you
no uneni ne friend
no I am the free make no I am why you more red oh me see our secondary school yeah go so me
all this time we that
yeah go so me reckon them in me chair Amanda Odu me mate Odu me Beneza na ba o china obe yen fidue ba asa Odu ma agbo edwuma pa asa
I go 2 minutes o
yam wo ye me na aka 2 minutes my brother asema oda ho no o ya asem papa o mampan fo a wa ba bebre ni yinara no me mo hu de nhihye bebre wo ze ba o ye nhihye papa eba hien actor offer trading ho kra na won o chere bi ti de bodwe a no won tumi ye ahoko ntumi mamba ye emre bi na South Africa for 1000 ma was the mama kitamba bring salu na bram dem le be yiwute a na say muntu yes I me iti na wa mechi na mbom obaba implementation obodu implementation no ehwei na emi obodu on na manyi solo na menya asumi do ka odi yi wefim menyi ho ya adwe kete po nzamani bi ho ma yan politicians na yeyo technocrats no NDC ko MPP ko ono resign the pension edu moko or say the worst thing you can do to me is to transfer me is make a temporary so then the transfer grant in buy na aba what she say chir na wo bo hen abor wo petu wo sheda wo janyim wo bo man na abor o sand ono o free de na ketwe na oje na o de bi beka ho my brother if you am yento if you am yentunsi tiptoe Nigerian shops are what on phones we na boko na one certificate I wasn't yeduma no register general one okwo yipa na prime owner na oye kita them so proprietorship kita boko na din no owodo no oye kodo mensa kofi acher ya waboyi wo din no owodo nti certificate ni do yim da guy na any certificate but adwuma na owo na ze be wan oriye boko na amanani ya on said oye no it's boko na license na ze Ghana yin license or the akwaje or the akwabid not here. Embra sim registration e buy moga megina MTN office the more Ghana yibi or the nay was in there why register this maybe into your transfer e ko dey yin para transfer no corner what you may be in a video let you know you know or ya ma China yi or transfer on sim na why because China ni Ghana card them foreign one bi the passport was be onyi e bia the passport ko onyi permit a resident permit was be where last week number war my district number koya zo this assembly metwa na mu na branch bi die yim wa aba oba ya aba za China yi bi aba okita game ya we body chacha ya we this sport ya the point na wa aba district wa opa da oba register na China yi na na mpo no brofo na kan ya na ten nti obodu wa no okita no phone na ozo ma director no not time chat to Chinese no wa convert it to English na director we read na director so type in English no so convert na branch ni be say na wo fi ogbonu kru wo fi better bobozin wo fi ya district na game chacha na what na ran skill also skill wo pa nta wo be no say me ne driver na mo ya dan also me na me ne ro round when you Ghana yin onyin ro konkro do also da me chacha na kosi wo ma wo anya sika na me say na chacha na wo kosi skill man nta wo tu be also ya bokọ rounds baban na da sentimentum sinya kwa na me say benti na inja driving na reyen na nkoto da me chacha ni bi nti mama penza boboazem directives was ama the surface mine dey be the surface mine Ghana from Eden when you bend ko galamsey site hwe galamsey ya beji yen ntinenyi chamfine chamfine nya Ghana kaso yen na ye bo pickers na so but yemma ma brofo Chinese when was the excavator head was it big
thank you
ko do mention order takwan obiska hin no mo dey ko excavator nti me American de oye nhihye papa ezaba na mbom yema yenyin echu na yenwu de certificate na raba
thank you
de oye Ghana yin din na dado no ye PSV na anesu ampa oye Ghana yin de na oye ana de yerba hata yim na ya ajeja ma abrofo na wa baye na me purpose na ya reba na ya ase enko bi
no ya nya so ye greed you know that Ghanaian would decide
that basically but over the money that baye NDC MPP
but I say esumi
na the main core of the issue na you me fit original hin na say
also for 3 minutes
you me that say me feel say nyina say about President Mahama and NDC aban say about ma baso to the sense say there's the drive to allow Ghanaians to take over the critical sectors of the economy, and that is very important. Oman bia be kona nima ebetumpo a omanfo no muwom no they must take the lead to be able to drive the economic development. For example, sa mining big mining omo operations obekona the technocrat no omo ho na omo ya yin nyina Ghana for, but it's because the capital na ono ebi a South African company na say Australian company e dey abaninti no na ono na company no e wo no but omo ya the operation omo ko underground omo dey cast ko underground the entire operation ya Ghana for na ye so what you say but contract no say Anglo Gold any e sign contract one ebi a Australian company and be sign a contract no and so the Ghanaian guys are workers until you try moka but they don't get profit. So what you see. And I think say, dear when can see that because you see in India, we have the capacity, we have the expertise. And so it's good. We have a big push. The big push, one of the cardinal principles is say, it might be a Ghanaian companies drive. Most of the companies no more executive big push in Ghana for companies are build over the years. And they are not doing bad. It may feel say that is the way we must go. Say share some of the hindrance ekotia se benye Ghana nko African development ade ba ko be huni say because we've not taken over critical sectors of the economy ya jama abrofo nintino tembia na yakachi but abrofo ukwa omo man the critical sectors say agriculture say mining say construction they are in charge interdum pempenso be Africa as a continent, Ghana as a nation, we must take charge of our critical sectors. Look, sika partner ye nyina apart from gold na ye 2 gold omutua percentage say na ba royalties say. Na the operation contract na yes so ye de be ma Ghanaian companies a ombe dey omuso benya part of the profits na mine no onya no na asa kodi abrofo no. That is unfair to us. Media me feel say a great initiative, a great directives, and we must force the other 3 companies to be able to abide by it. Okay. Anglo Gold, Newmont, and then for me, China no free. China. So when you are China no free. So what you see? Until any Hong Kong big push here making. So what you see? We call data sectors. We must gradually once we build capacity, we build technical capacity, we build financial capacity. We must take over. Said you bet me the resources required to be able to build this country. Now said we will be angazo to South Africa. No, you don't have any punching bag. So what you see?
Mate, Medase 41 after 9. Doc Moabem. Now in the oil industry, we have a similar arrangement. What happens? Normally. On paper, Ghana and Kuta 51, but in actual fact, on Kuta 51. How do we ensure, say, you bet me any na any just paper, but in actual fact, Ghana and Yankasa Krade no Kra?
You could answer, Soloaka. I mean, the most important thing is government's commitments. Apart from government commitment, there should be proper monitoring of this policy. Yes, you can ni akoda. Na echina ye can you NDC abankra kan na o kan ko si say. Some program na friends go see.
We and every and a friend and
Nnawotwe
So
and I show a fast and pie from the
okay.
Enti yaka no na nye se sabim predia kuro bi a eduru fiada yen camera wo number 2 kuro bi a eduru fiada asem bi a obi aka bi a wontimi emfa the serious because obi abo enti no say oman na ye bebo ye integrity ho panya I think say ebre awie du say asem bi e beka bia no di akire e de adwuma said the na menuamo kan about obekọ ba bi tiptoe lane no me na asefo okwadum foreigners e na omoye retail omo take over I mean solo kan and which is adia ewo ho Christmas na me pemo atọkọ akọma UTAG UW finally
no I'm very
almost pay
foreign rice I didn't know that is a problem
so that is our problem
I lecture for omo chere entrepreneurship near you so omo local taste
minim sekwedo eyem but the point is that ubekwa akoto local rice di akoi ekwa akoye boachi bidi so that say uti anye yi a
na momunti asese so mudi meme mona papa
I was here for share you
no
not that the issue is that say I am in support of local economy so that say Nigeria for the policy to ho amra omode rice e share dangote nsalo untimi enkra mo mfama so that say it is yes a local industry no ehun ban dia we need to be serious about it emra na ho no local content law na omo review in 2025 no eye nyina mu yie say local content law ya na this mining issue ya
Yes.
so that say enti a dear aspect near they call the farming area so to protect I didn't need me sorry near Burkina Faso ho near kwa tomatoes the Burkina Faso president Casaminton tomatoes no money nyina the name before more why so and before say adia ba ko ebetimi ayeni look kwajo a issue of capital emre ya bai issue of capital so but mining industry no yeah capital intensive.
Yes.
When Ibrahim Ekoya, Ghana Commercial Bank, the largest bank in Ghana. The largest bank in Ghana.
But Doctor, if you say apart from that, no, Ghana Commercial Banks is doing a lot for the big push contractors. Because you see big push, no. I'm told say some of the contractors no correct say yempe mobilization because ya ko Ghana Commercial Bank am o so yasene so you also you see say o kan seminar one kan me enu nyina mo na kafa I think say we shall not be fair to Ghana Commercial Bank also mo bo asa we shall not be
commercial. What about NIB?
NIB they say mugu na sana.
Azalo na mobile ma be fa.
Oh, mobile me nie. Besrawo.
Na wo ba wa be fa.
Asumi.
No, okay. See for me the next one.
Usika sa wase musa sort as here. Absa Bakres free Ghana because almost say profiter omunye free the whole of Africa no. It's less than 1%. And the more McCoy. Now, a whole national bank, now, opportunity see about ama indigenous Ghanaian entrepreneur. We say, Minti Minyas Cannibal. Are you serious about it? no there be all there it be full say
na wa dance here say
please
dance here me be upon am share mo chiro na me fama
Ananje baby the say so
what be na we dey bi na here aduani mu ye chiche ya ma bi so me here dance committee bi wa set the kwa so issue about labor we are yashemre labor issues ye ba be fankrofo ye were expertise in the mining industry so ye were critical skill areas do we have them ubeshe ni ehwe bi organa ha ni yenya still the law no local content law na asama company no kwa say yenya bi organa kokofa bi free baby so what you say and also your issue managerial issues and also ho eti I made this normal we mean about so that governments in conjunction with the Ministry of Education and universities so enkamum to be able to identify some of these things, train skill labor, train management and so forth, so that we can take full advantage of this your friend is a local content law in the future. So
okay. And as a business management, I'm not training
be but mining yes, but mining is an expertise.
You might for training.
Yes, but I know say
you might training so
in the mining sector there were a lot of experts.
Okay. But mama MBA phone lines no na yemfa ye call lesson so obetumi afre lines na ye to TV no so na wa join here yenti also wadwenchira watcher but master planner junior policy analyst Kentampo say was South African same way so ade a mebufuo kura ne omo attack yen kofo say enti omo mecho men omo was South African omo fu ado ano omo mema omo remfi say ye wo mecho men papa wa ha na so mo nja sansam na omo di na yes, you better start to say retaliate na ebe bro monso master plan dey by ni abai machi
onwo ya fo na wa fo to say
me ho ye abai ma mintie we
yo ma mintie am bra Gabriel esumi ka chen sa abai ze no mi tia no papa opo am fe no na mi wo fa solo su kesia no ye wo fa so solo aya kayo wa kayo college no o wa yo fe Jemi kana ni se mi ko South Africa issue nu kakra. So wo hwe enyema ekoso wo South Africa, South Africans nu, omu titi Africans ni active se ye slaves nu. Ade ya tifum ye pa. Esan se media ekoso nu misusu se aban nu hu bon mu. Esan se mi hwe video ba ko na police fo gina wa na omu intimidate one of the African friends member our Jinawa police for Jinawa omayeshe hanya omunkadwe nti ye di suboni boy for South Africa are buying so because protection omudi ma foreigners wo hono enya ade eso enikura.
Okay, all right, you nana ya so ahoma so nana, good morning.
Morning, brapani
mamintie we nana.
In fact ohwa ye fe anopai papa
me dase
ma memo abaso na mensia me mpanifo a ewo ho adwenkase adwombo adu ATU program no ba for chairman na mema me hawa kumsen just in frepon ko dua me champanifo na na ke me champanifo pa bro edu ba ya sa Ghana mpanifo ya maye ni da ho okọ me South Africa ma busy hoda omo mamu ano ne omomrante na wo South Africa mpadwuma nti yen Ghanaians ni Nigeria for ne kwa ye boy homodin nti ya na omoma ne ya dai okay okay nti na ma ntokwa no binia enye bibia because Ghana ni bring up on fan in san ko shani dem repom onim se watu kwanya kudu ba bi nti yaso ko ye dwumaden na ope bibiba nti South Africa man no se Ghana for ne ye dwumaden sa no mo ya da ye pemema South Africa for me man so mu a omatikokum
yo medase mamintie Benjamin ma chinsa wa friend irase wa friend mamintie we
Kojo
Kojo
yeah friend Benjamin Pepper yeah
okay mamintie we
Yo, mami kase prime health care na by idea bano. Yes, omodia bano omuma yan so abnama sin bisenebe na bitmi aboyin ama sponsor mo pa ya sabe mu ya yareshen mu bitmi enya yareshen na bibia itmi akoso. Information abija pon me masun ya mi.
Yo, na bonso, mechiao, menjewe.
Konfadu, mechiao.
Mejo so pa na.
Na mo to say.
Nyame de achen ni over.
Kache so let me so amra fie. Na me ko communication. Ko national chairman. How kumsi na K. Na kodua. Kache mi no so amra wate. Finish the tense kan ka revolve. So bra fie. Kakra me kan South Africa. So me wa ni am chen for no. Ye ko jim from Moy. And so for some you must have been saying, what is that? I can politic on Jello as I will be here to my cabin, moving for the uncle. Now I got to go chrome more. It is a full blue Muyana, or more than you suma woman. That's mine.
Okay, you. Madase, Mamenda Mabelia for Swasses, on to recount me a day, Dr. Bernard Tutubuahene, a lecturer, political marketing. University of Education Winneba, Solomon Osu, director of United Party, and also by cancer,
United Party,
World Communications. Gabi, assuming government communications team member, Kwekunoa, a MPP communications team member. Medase, say Mubaye. Once again, to Western Regional Minister Joseph Nelson, I order part to you. Happy birthday. Koswana boy juma obodema eye atoemantemo nyamaniza yira na do wanu na ye okezire wablemo adiwa odan nan anda mani mu ase yela wase wo mu aye nyamaniza yira na wo na mwezi wa nzu mu awra ye bama western na wo ma anda mani so ewe ya na mo mi bukro hospital me honorable mpachabo krana bunko maye na ye be ho ya ole all right ye be si anyame ya do me be se sha na wo twede ya good morning.